Hello, friends. This is Brain from GameBrain.media, and in the past we've done a little bit of spin tires, which is off-roading, fun game. Eventually, I'm going to do some dirt bike games because that's what I really had a passion for back in the day. And recently, been playing Wildlands. During my stream in Wildlands, I mentioned that there are 5 games that are in my top 5. It's Witcher 3, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and I think Fishing Planet is coming up here pretty close. Probably MX ATV, um, probably MX versus ATV or MX Reflex. Yeah, any variety of motorcycle gaming is good for me. And then Spin Tires was just ridiculously fun. Um, oh, Counter Strike is always up there in the top. I guess now we're into the top 10, right? But Counter Strike for the one-on-one gun game, a lot of fun. But right now we're gonna do Fishing Planet, and you notice up here I got level 49. I have played this game so many hours. I can't even I won't share it publicly. Um, but I play as Talk to Troy. Yeah, GameBrain.media is my Steam tag and YouTube channel and Twitch stream, blah blah blah. But in this game, I'm Talk to Troy, level 49. I'm pushing towards level 50. I'm almost halfway there. If you notice the slider right here, right? I am so close to hitting 50. And then after you hit 50, then you just become rank. So level 50, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. So whatever. And I got $3 million. This is not funny money. It's pretty hard won cash because I have been playing my brains out to get here. Okay, so I guess I'm rank 30 right there. So level 49, rank 30. Pretty soon I'll be level 50 and that'll just stop. Then I'll become rank 31, rank 32, blah blah blah. But anyway, show you around the interface real quick as this is my first introduction for my viewers to Fishing Planet. You launch the game and you're on the map screen. Then you have the inventory tab. And in your inventory you can tab through the backpack, and in the backpack you can look at your rods, your lines, your hooks and bobbers, your bait, blah blah blah, all the way down the line here. And you go across and you can see that it's a tab system, right? If I look at my rod over here in my inventory, it tells me my rod is a 19.5 pound rod. If I hover on the line, it tells me my line is, fluoro, whatever, 0.014. It's 15-pound test, but my rod is, 19.5, and then my reel is 18.7. There's a hierarchy. You need a strong rod. Let's just break it down in simple numbers. 20-pound rod, 15-pound reel, 10-pound line. You don't need to be that far apart, so you can be 19 like I am, and then 18 on my reel, and then 15 on my line. You're going to want to switch off all this stuff, and you'll see me swapping out a hook size, a leader, a depth, going for a lure versus a different spoon, a different lure, and then a bobber and a hook and a bait. So anyway, back to the map screen. This is where we're at. It gives you a description of where we're at. We're on the last level of the game. That's why I'm level 49. This is the last lake you can get to, basically. So I'm on someplace in Russia called Chaika Creek. Weather forecast is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, low barometric pressure, 60-degree water temperature with a wind of 3.5 miles an hour. And here's how fish will respond to these different variables. They were heavy duty. 7 o'clock, they're hungry, they woke up, they ate, and now they're going to take a nap again until nighttime. So here's the same weather curve right here, and then it begins growing, and then they get hungry again, and then they feed for a while. So here's how you check your weather. And the fish that live at this lake are listed under the fish species for the lake. Asp, beluga, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to click and drag. So you can do this when you get into the game. When you start the game, you're going to be on level 1 and you're going to be in Texas, and there's only going to be about 7 fish here. Whereas this particular lake, we have 25 different species that you can catch at this lake. But it's also huge. It's actually not a lake. It's a river, but we call everything a lake here. So anyway, that's fish species. And then a license. Man, you need to go and buy a license. And if you just buy the basic license, you are going to pay a lot of money. But you have to release everything. You can't take anything. So you get some experience, but you don't get to keep any money. When you go for the advanced license, you have to release a beluga sturgeon, but you can take anything else. You can take anything at night. There's no restriction for night fishing, and you are allowed to row your boat and fish in a boat. So that's licenses in a nutshell. And then rooms. So I got a buddy here in room 4. His name's Fish, Phish. I'm going to join him, and I'll let him know that we're streaming, and he might be kind of quiet because some people are shy like that. Oh, looks like he already left. So here I am, gonna jump in, and I think I'm gonna fish. Well, it still says he's here. I got a bunch of other buddies that I usually fish with, but oh well. I'm gonna try a different launch point. I haven't been here before. Oh, what a rustic dock. Alright, so real quick tour of the interface in game. You can see in the upper left hand corner here, I got 9:42 a.m. It's day 1 of 3 days that I've bought to have a license to fish here. Temperatures, wind, and I have a fish castle, which is a fish keeper, like a big net that keeps my fish safe and they can swim around a little bit. But I get to keep them connected to my dock like on an anchor. And I got 199 pounds of fish out of a 440 pound net. Maximum fish size for me right now is 110 pounds. And I can press F1. Actually, F1 is a fantastic thing that most people know nothing about. But hit F1. Here's what all the different keys do. You have the ability to change your drag settings, your depth. All of those things are available here. Soak it in. You're going to stare at the screen for a little while, and pretty soon it'll just become second nature. All right, that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to change rods. So I'm going to hit I for inventory, and I'm going to be chucking this boy. I'm going to be chucking the mole cricket larva. I'm going to be using, notice over here, everything's changing according to what I hover on. The mole cricket larva, the 5/0 hook, 5/0 hook. I have a leader that's a 2-yard leader, so it's about 6 feet. Well, it is 6 feet. The test of that leader is 14 pounds because I am on a 19-pound line, 18-pound reel, 15-pound line, and a 14-pound leader. So everything is a hierarchy. Rod has to be the strongest. Reel is secondary. Line is lesser than your reel. So line, reel, rod, highest, reel, then line, then leader. So that's kind of how that stacks up. I've got a weight on here that's a 2-ounce weight, and this rod, it tells you what kind of weight it can carry. Casting weight is 3 9/17 to 7 1/8 ounce capability. So a 2-ounce feeder basket or sinker is fine. Blah blah blah. So when you look at different rods, you're going to see there's different characteristics to each one of these, right? So on my bobber rod, I can change my depth with a bobber rod by sliding this guy and blah blah blah. So let's just frickin' do some fishing. I came here to have a good time. I'm testing streaming off my secondary machine, And I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll give it a shot. So I see fish splashing in front of me, and that's always a good sign. I'm going to press number 9. Pulls out my rod stand, which most low-level people won't have. Of level 49, I've purchased this as part of my prize money. So yeah, there it is. I see these splashes out there, and that tells me there's fish activity. There are fish living there. So I just chucked out my number 7 rod. I'm going to put that in the old rod stand. Now, remember, I'm level 50. This is not going to apply to everyone, especially if you're a beginner. I've thought about just starting this game over in Texas, but like I said, I'm testing streaming from my old computer, which is where I run Fishing Planet. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, yeah. Oops. No. I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Go back. All right. So I just pulled out. I'm going to hit I for inventory again. And I'll show you that the rod that I just threw has this thing on it. The mole cricket larva. It's also got a number 5 hook, and it's a bottom rod. So that means it's got a heavy sinker on it. It just goes straight to the bottom. But the leader is 6 feet. So this larva can float around for a 12-foot radius, basically from where I cast. Now if I go to number 6, this is my other line or my other rod, and it's got a number 6 hook. It's got large cut bait on it. It's got a big heavy sinker on it, or the closed feeder basket. It's 5 ounce. Holy cow! Now I can also do something that I didn't do since coming here, and that is go to my backpack and hit the chum, and I can bust out some large river and lake bottom fish chum. So if I do that, it's going to mix this powder with water, but I could also choose to build a recipe and mix it with honey or molasses or weird shit. But I'm going to mix it. So essentially I'm creating chum. Alright, chum is going to go inside that lead basket. Okay, this guy right here. I'm going to pack this dough into this basket, and when I cast it out there, it will smell and attract fish, and then they will come around and hopefully eat my large cut bait. So there was more splashing and fish activity out there that I see. So I'm going to cast in that general direction. Bam. So this rod holder is crazy. Now I'm going way over most people who are entering at Texas. You're not going to be thinking about any of this crap. But this rod holder, you heard beep beep and you saw flash flash, a couple of lights. Each one of these rods I can switch between, but each one of them has like red, green, and blue lights that flash. And with it, okay, so you saw the one on the far right has a red light, and it beeps, and the other one will go blip, and the other one will go beep beep or boop. So there's distinct sounds and there's distinct colors to each one of these rods. So I'm going to hit I again, bust out my number 5 rod, which has a large minnow and a number 6 hook on it, and a standard sinker, because this is not a feeder rod. This is just a plain Jane bottom rod, I guess. And I'm going to cast again in the general direction of where these fish are splashing. Oh crap. That was a bad cast. I'll explain that real quick. If you notice on the lower right hand side, I right click and I get a blue beacon, and that determines how far out and where I'm going to cast. And then when I click left, I have to click when that little slider gets to that click point. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put that on the rod stand. Now I got 3 different types of material out there. This guy is the larva. This one is large cut bait with chum. This one is just a sinker with a large minnow. And now I'm going to chuck plain old bobber with a plain old minnow. which in this case is called a shiner. And I don't know that I've adjusted to, oh, beep, 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 red light. I got a fish on. Pull to the side first, set the hook, and then begin reeling. Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying when I first started casting that, but all right. Let's see. I bust out the chat room. There it is. And I'll paste this in here. We are doing Lake of the Week. We formed a fishing group and we went out to every lake in the game for a week. Sometimes we got bored after 3 or 4 days because there were small lakes. Okay, I fucked that cast up. Excuse me. I muffed up that cast. If you notice blue beacon, see the slider that appears over here on the side and how that goes up and down. Okay, wherever I put my blue beacon, oh, I'm going to go over here. And then I left click and then click when it's in the center of that white region. So bada bing, bada boom. There it is. And this bobber, I totally muffed this cast because I had a fish on. I panicked, and so now you're going to see that, you know, I can cast up and down. Look at the slider over there on the right hand side. See how that goes up and down? So when I pick a spot, I left click and then I left click again. When it gets into that little white region with that line, bam. All right, so now that bobber is going to hang there, and it looks like I got a bite on my number 1 rod because I see the line going back and forth. I hear beep beep, but he hasn't like bit and run, so I'm going to let him just keep nibbling and running, or it might be a really small fish. I'm thinking it's a really small fish, so there it is. Oh, not number 2, dang it. Number 3, number 3, number 3. Pull to the side, pull to the side, set the hook, and then begin reeling. If you just begin reeling, you're going to lose a fish. All right, another little catfish. So I'm going to hit pause real quick and have a look at my map. Now, you see, I'm in a bad weather spin. I'm on the downhill of peak time that they feed, and the rest of the day is just going to get worse and worse and lower, and nothing's really going to be biting. So I did see some splashing activity, which is what attracted me to, like, okay, well, let's start casting here, man. Okay, and there's more crap going on out there. You see those guys? See all those splashes? Ooh, and you also see those lily pads? Good indication that there's probably fish in that area. So structure, man. I'm gonna cast in that general direction, and it's an old stupid joke from some old stupid movie. But gonna let out some slack on my line. Roll your mouse wheel downwards to let out slack, and then roll your mouse wheel upwards to get it back in the groove. All right, so now my bobber has floated over, and I'm just going to chill for a while and watch my bobber and watch my rod stands, and while I watch that, I'm going to run to the kitchen and grab a beer. Well, doesn't look like I missed anything, but yeah. So having explained a lot of the basics during, kind of a slowdown in weather, I'm going to go ahead and reel everything in, so that I can. Now, these are some of these things are really advanced moves that you can't do when you're level one at the Lake of Texas. Like I said, I'm practicing here. Make sure my make sure that I can stream this game and it's not terrible. Then I will begin again at level zero in Texas, maybe, because I just want to. Um, it's been so much fun getting up to level 50 that I would do it again, just like Ghost Recon Wildlands. It's a game that I'll go through again. Counter Strike, I go through it again and again and again. There is no end to Counter Strike. Um, Motocross Madness, any other variety of MX, ATV Reflex, and shit like that. It's racing, man. You know, you can go through a season and it's a blast. But when you complete one season, then there's another season. You might do better the next time because you had a hell of a lot of practice during the last season, right? So I guess it just describes me as a gamer. We all the same, man. All right, so I brought in all my rods, and now I can press T, and that allows me to fast forward time. But I need to hit escape and look at my weather map again. There ain't nothing happening the rest of the day. And guess what? 9 o'clock at night, dramatic shift in fish behavior or gaming behavior between day and night. So 9, 11, and 1. 1 a.m. looks like I might catch some fish. So I'm going to shift time to 1 a.m. and try to make some money. If you notice, I got 208 out of 440 pound net. Like I can save 440 pounds of fish in my particular keep net, and they will be healthy and vibrant and releasable when I turn them in for payment. Because like this whole game is somewhat like a non-stop tournament. You catch 440 pounds of fish, you keep them temporarily, but then you turn them in at the end of the day and they reward you with a bunch of money. Then you use that money to go buy bait and lures and rods and reels and kayaks and all this in-game stuff. So really great game. Lots of freaking variations. It's free to play. But I've spent a good bit of money on some of the DLC because, man, I've played a lot of hours in this game. So, to me, $1 an hour for entertainment is pretty goddamn good. If you go to the movies, you pay, what, $10 for a 2-hour movie or a 90-minute movie? Video games, way more value. So, I'm going to go ahead and hit T. I'm going to jump forward to 1 a.m. and start casting everything again. Now I saw things jumping out here near this little bit of structure. This little bit of lily pads, I saw shit jumping. So I'm going to gamble that there's catfish out there. Oh, look at that. Right, even closer to my left, there's more lily pads. Well, I'll be coming back here with a kayak and exploring some of this peripheral or perimeter. Pretty nice looking place to fish, man. So I'm going to go ahead and put this rod on a stand and bust out my next rod with large cut. So the catfish, I saw splashes out here, but catfish aren't really splashers, are they? So I'm going to hit M. And I'm going to look at the M key. Where am I located? I thought I was way up here. Oh, there I am. Oh, shit. I'm way down here? Well, that's interesting. I'm in this little landlocked area, and there's nothing deep here. Well, shit. It's night, and I'm at peak. I need to get into some deep water. I think I'm going to jump over to here because that's the biggest deep spot in the river. but I'm in a little weird side thing. All right, all right. I ain't staying here, man. I'll come back here because it looks like a lot of good fishing for little stuff at a different time of day. Oh, sorry, I hiccuped. Wow, how did I end up over here? Come on. All right, so I got to pick up all my rod stand. I got to look at the map and change that and get to, pretty sure that is where I want to be. So I was here earlier today. Yeah, and we want to walk up here to where all these markers are where I had previously set those. Oh man, can't believe I goofed up. Ha! I just looked at the chat. Kerplunk popped in and gave me a marker and then split. He's a cool guy. So let's take a look. That's going to be the M key. Bang. Kerplunk shared a mark. A unique Wells cat. Sweet. All right, so those marks are these green bobbers. So I'm currently here. I'm walking this direction. I'm going to be fishing from here into this deep hole. And you can see that this deep hole is filled with marks. So that mark I set just because I wanted to mark the end of this deep channel. And then this mark is a unique asp that me or one of my friends caught, and my friends may have shared that with me. All right, that was just a marker to indicate, oh, there's some deep water. And now here's a trophy wells. Here is a unique asp and a unique bream and a unique beluga. Well, not a unique beluga, but I got a 120-pound beluga here, and that was worth marking. So I guess I can get rid of this trophy wells. I mean, I don't care. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. But look at all this extra deep water that there's no markers in because nobody has fished it and caught shit yet. But that will change. We're going to be here a little while. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Down the street, I'm walking. I don't know what the fucking words are. Making shit up. So you can see these bobbers are out there, and that's what I had marked previously. I'm going to get all the way to here. Pretty easy casting to any of these markers, and then here's the rod stand. And you know, I can hit that mark for asp. It's a shiner, but it's probably at daytime. And then the Wells cat, 7 a.m. Okay, good. My friend marked it as a, you know, what time using large cut. And then, oops, god damn it, a uni bream, partly cloudy, 10. And I'm guessing that was probably 10 a.m. And then we got this mark, which is uni asp. I think that was me. And that was morning. Yeah, but it doesn't need to be capitals. Eek. Oh well. Okay. Let's start casting. Bust out the rod stand. Come on, come on. Okay, part of me is like, why do this? Because I already have a unique Wells catfish. I already have a 120-pound sturgeon. I've caught a lot of fish that are available in this region. But my daytime was on the downturn, and I'm fishing at night, and I just want to fill my net So I got 208 pounds. If I can bang out 200 pounds between now and 5 in the morning, then I will make some money to afford more travel, more licenses, more tackle, more rods, more bait. It's just this never-ending chase. Now that's unusual to toss a bottom rod and get something on right away. Usually you put the rod on the stand and wait. Excellent. This is a good sign. It's a good sign. And because this thing hasn't broken the surface or splashed or jumped or anything, I'm guessing it's a frickin' catfish. And this is a pretty strong rod, probably 20-pound rod. It's not hitting my drag limit, but I don't have my drag cranked up. So it's probably a pretty good sized catfish. They just stay below water. They don't jump. Yeah, cat. Eh, only 11 pounder. That's surprising. Okie doke. So, like I said, there's a whole lot of. I'm going to go ahead and set this thing down first. Then grab the M. There's a whole lot of deep blue water to the far left. So I'm going to chuck stuff out here to the left because I don't care about the Wells cat anymore. I already caught a standard Wells, a young Wells, a common Wells, and a unique Wells. I just need a trophy Wells. I know that's going to come no matter where the frick I cast. So I'm going to bust out my number 6 and chuck it over there into the deep to the left. And I'm going to try to remember to mark any fish that I catch off that direction. Now there's a bottom rod, so that rod can carry in a 40-pound or 80-pound or 120-pound fish, no problem. 40-pound line, yeah. If you play it right, you can get a monster fish like I got the sturgeon. So now for this guy, I'm going to use, as a number 6 hook and a large minnow, and that's probably out there in the deep. And then these guys are all bottom rods, so you set them on the rod stand and let them chill. When I hit number 4, I'm going to pull out my bobber, so I'm going to cast that kind of upstream and just let it float downstream. It's 8 feet deep on a bobber with a slightly smaller hook than these other rods. These other rods I'm running 5, 6, and 7, I think, as far as hook size, and different bait on all of them. So you heard maybe a ding. I'll turn up the sound. That ding means something nibbled at my bobber. There it is. Fish on the bobber. He took that fast. That's nice. That's a good sign. We are definitely fishing in peak hours or approaching peak. I'll show you that again real quick once we get this guy in. Now, Kerplunk is still here. Man, I haven't seen this guy for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. Nice guy. I'm going to throw that sucker out there again because that bobber's just ready to rock, and there's something ready to take my bait. Bam! Number 2 rod on the stand. Fish on. Pull that bugger in. I didn't have a chance. I was chatting with Kerplunk. But I wanted to go to the weather map and look at, what was I going to look at there? Yeah, well, it'll occur to me later. And I'll be like, oh yeah, bam, here's a catfish trophy. All right, so I got that. I'll explain that. All right, so now I got 2 fish on, so I'm hitting shift and then the 3rd position on the rod stand, and that will swap rods so I can set my hook by pulling to the side and then begin reeling. And the other fish will just fight against the rod on the rod stand, hopefully. So I'll go ahead and reply to Kerplunk in a little bit. But man, I'm going to change off for that fish on the 3rd position because he seems like he's big. He was pulling hard, man. And you know what? I'm going to increase my drag. Oh, look at that. See that line tension? It's up there in the red. I'm fighting something bigger than, yeah, something big. Bigger than what was on the other rod. I think they're both about the same. I think one's a 15-pound line, one's a 20-pound line. Oh man, this guy's fighting like he's fighting for his life. So I'm assuming either this is a lighter line or it's a bigger fish. Man, I'm really afraid to leave number 3 sitting there. But I'm really afraid to give up on that other dude because that big ass fish might just, shake me off now that I put him to the side. Maybe I can get this guy in. He's only 60 feet away. The other guy was 110 feet. But look at what he's doing to my rod. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, this is a much stiffer rod that I'm currently on. And it's a pretty good fight. So this fish is probably pretty good size. All right. Yep. Save. Get to number 3. Quick. Oh, no, he shook it off. No, he didn't. He's still on the line. Yeah, baby. Bring this boy in. All right, so this is the least of your problems when you're at level 1 in Texas, which I'm really tempted to start streaming for. Or start streaming and do a total game restart from ground zero. Whew. Wow. This thing is fighting for its life. What the hell do I have on it? I bet this is a sturgeon. No, but it's on a large minnow. Huh. It's not characteristic of the sturgeon. On a number 6 hook with a large minnow. Maybe it's probably a catfish the way it's fighting. It's staying underwater. No dorsal fin. No breaching the water. No jumping. Yeah, it's probably a cat. But there's a lot of weird stuff in this lake. Yeah, river. There's a lot of stuff at this particular location. 25 species. I think about 15 or 18 of them are coming in trophy variation, and about the same 15 or 18 come as unique variations, meaning they're big. Oh, there's a sturgeon. Look at that dorsal fin and that tail. All right. Well, you can't keep these sturgeon, but you get a lot of XP, and I am trying to rank up on the XP, which I'll show you in just a second. As soon as I get this boy in, come on. Oh, I'm glad he didn't shake the hook, man. Still 40 feet of line out. He's still got a chance. Come on. I want to tire him. Come on. I'm going to pump the rod. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look at this. Come on. 20 feet. Holy cow. He's right in front of me. It's so funny. Come on. Get in my belly. Nah, you're not allowed to keep these. They're an endangered fish here, apparently, or they want to maintain the caviar population. So if I catch it, I have to release it, but get a whole lot of experience points because this is going to be one fat frickin' fish. Bam! In your face! Yeah, pretty nice. Alright, so I'm going to press M. I'll show you this real quick. Press M to open this map again, and then press plus icon over here, and it will set a marker for the last fish that you caught, and that's the guy right there. So I'm going to change this to 116 LB sturgeon. And I hope I released that bugger because you're not allowed to keep these, and they're going to fine you if you do. Love the XP, it just stinks that we can't keep them. Yeah, I agree. So I'm going to hit I, go to my inventory, look at my fish keeper, and if we go all the way to the bottom, we're going to see that there's that 116 pound. Oh, I didn't get to keep him. So it doesn't even show me the XP? Oh, I thought they would at least show the XP that you caught it and released it. Crap. Oh well, here's my XP slider. I'm about 50% to level 50, where I max out and start doing rank 31. Oh well. Looks like it's all working here though. So I'm gonna go ahead and chuck this same rod and that same bait and hook size and everything back out of that same marker. And bada bing. Back reel a little bit, let out a little slack. Put it in the rod stand. Grab my bobber. Bring that bugger in. You know what? Screw that. I'm going to go with chucking my number 7 rod out there. Come on. In fact, I'm going to go in a totally different spot. I'm going to go further. And that's with the mole cricket larva, which apparently nothing else will eat except the catfish. May or may not be true, but kind of that's what I heard. And now I'm going to grab number 6 rod. I got the large cut and the chum. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and chuck it out here. And if I get something on any of these, I'm going to mark them so that I can kind of just gauge what the deep blue area is all about on the M key, which is map markers. Shows you the deep blue areas of this whole thing. So wow, there's something already on that middle rod. Excellent. I'll take that all day. I'm gonna chuck this thing upstream because it drifts downriver pretty quick. let out some slack. Oh man, I was really hoping that middle rod would be like going for it. Ah. All right, so PHB Farron is my friend Brad. We pretty much fish every morning for the last three months, honestly. Good guy, a lot of fun, hang out with and fish with. Um, Bam! Fish on another one. Holy cow! This is awesome. I don't have time to reply to Brad, so I will eventually. Oh my God! Another one. So yeah, when you're level 50 and you can buy a rod stand, you can have a whole bunch of rods out, and it can be chaos, and you're gonna get multiple fish at the same time. It is the best fishing game I have ever played, and just absolutely insane with well, everything about it, man. All right, so there's the catfish. Go away, go away. I got another rod to grab. Okay, I want to make sure that I get this guy coming in. He's only 20 feet away. And then rod number 2. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, did he get away? No, he's still there. He's still there. All right. Woohoo. So, yeah, me and Brad usually talk on Discord in the morning, but he doesn't know that I'm streaming right now, so I'm gonna have to fill him in on the deets. That I'm streaming. I'm just chilling in the afternoon, doing some extra fishing. So yeah, my pattern is usually I fish in the morning, have breakfast, and do some shooting or something else in the afternoon. Usually sending resumes or trying to find a job. All right, so damn, I'm kind of bummed that these were all such small fish. So this big deep spot, which I was gonna set frickin' markers in. I'll go ahead and set a marker for that last fish and realize that it ain't much further than that other one, which was what, 116-pound sturgeon? Yeah. So I'm gonna call this one 10-pound cat. So if I ever look at it again, I'm going to cast out in that sturgeon spot. Why not? There's XP to be had. Oh, but I'm using the mole cricket larva, so that's going to be catfish only. Alright, so I want to get some rods out before I respond to Brad. But yeah, dude, half of this game is the social aspect. You make friends, you build a friend list, you share markers. All these green bobbers out there, I can share with my friends and tell them, hey, here's where I caught a 116-pound sturgeon. And it tells them, I used a number 5 hook, and I used whatever, large minnow, large cut bait, cricket larva, etc., etc. And then they can do the same. So, freaking great game. One of my all-time favorites, honestly. Ah, shit, come on. So in my backpack, I want to cast rod number 6 out in that area. Okay? Come on. come on. I keep hitting escape and it keeps lagging. All right. Oh, that was my bobber. Ha ha, nice. Getting one on a number 4/0 hook with a shiner. Whoa, what is this? Whoa! Unique asp. I think I got one of those this morning. No, I did not. Excellent. A unique asp. All right, so I got a unique a uni sheet, and I write all my catches down, and I even update pound for pound when I catch a bigger one. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to hit M, then I'm going to hit the plus key and set a marker on the last fish, and then I'm going to change the name of this to a uni ASP 23 LB night. Now it's already shown them that I used a shiner, but I'm going to put night, and I'm also going to put number 40 because I was on a 4/0 hook. Yeah, I probably should. Well, okay, I'll have to probably redo that. Nope, not a 10-pound cat. Nope, nope. Oh, you know what? That bugger was a floater. Uni asp morning. Oh, that's somebody else. Made a 16-pounder. What did I get? 23-pounder? Alright, well, I don't need this one anymore then. Fuck that guy. 16-pounder. Pah! That was probably my frickin' fish this morning. But bam! Alright, so there goes my bobber rod. Put that on here and then bust out Other bottom rod. Take a look at the M map and where these. Look at all this deep water that is still yet to be explored. Man, I'm ready to pick up my rods and start heading down here. That just looks too good. I think I'm gonna do it, man. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do it. None of the rest of us. Ha! 4CS! Yeah, I haven't seen this guy in a while. I actually have seen him at the lakes, but never in the same room fishing together. He's a European dude, so he's got some different slang. Like, nobody calls me Mr. Troy, except my niece. And she's not even my blood relative niece. Nice kid, though. Bait was eaten or lost. Oh, cool. I pulled in a weed. Dude, I don't know how many people ever played, as much Nintendo as I did when I was a young father with young children. Oh my God. I sat with Mario and Luigi and the princess and Zelda and kids in my lap with controllers for so many hours. How do I get there? Ta-da. Oh, see this little tiny corner right here? I swear it's going to be loaded with all the little species that we need, man. With 25 species here, there's probably 15 little baby fish that are like a pound or less than a pound, like bluegill and crappie and red ear. But they're unique. They're oddballs like the goby. They're different and specific to this Russian lake. Frickin' spectacular variety in this game. A lot of the same or similar mechanics, but you know, it works. It works. It works. It works. So now I'm gonna chuck something out here just because I want to hit the deep. Going for the deep. Oops. Cap lock. So I guess Brad left. I only had a couple minutes by. Pretty common. People pop in, cast a line, catch something, or leave. All right, let's start cranking them. Take a quick look at how far we actually walked down the beach. Oh man, not far, but if I start casting hard left, I'll start getting into the end of this deep channel. But there's going to be a ton of fish living right along that edge because water flows like it's a river. See, it's a river. It's not a lake. We just call it a lake. So anyway, I'm gonna hook something down hard to the left into the deep spots. Ooh, not like that. So yeah, long story short, fishing game is fun. Hunting games are fun. If you are a hunter fisher person, you will recognize that they are not quite like real life. Duh. Just like Truck Simulator, Train Simulator, Farm Simulator, The Sims. But they're pretty damn entertaining. Honestly, they really are. Fishing Planet is completely free. Um, I'm not a salesman for the company. Selling a free game would be pretty tough to make a commission. But anyway, really cool game. The Hunter Classic is also a free to play game. Yes, I have bought certain things in the game like the licenses or um, the kayak. You know, you can purchase in-game gold coins, and then you purchase those for real money, but then you buy things with your in-game gold coins. So you buy gold coins with real money, and then you pay in-game. So I've spent a good bit of money on the game playing, but like I said before, $1 an hour is cheap entertainment, man. And you can't get even Netflix. Well, maybe Netflix is about that. Netflix is what, $10 a month, $11 a month. I probably spend 11 hours a month watching Netflix, maybe an hour a day. Well, shit, then I'm probably paying $30. I fall asleep like within a half an hour though. But so maybe 15. I'll watch 15, but 30 hours of Netflix plays, and I only watch 15 hours a month. But I pay $11, so that's pretty good value. And I'm only doing standard def. If I did high def, it would be about $1 an hour. Oh shit! Fish on! Yeah, Russia has more caviar than Germany. Okay, good. I don't think there's any beluga sturgeon in Germany. There might be. We didn't really stay there long enough to explore it. Well, we did. We caught every single species that was available at the lake. The eel was kind of hard to find. I did not get an eel. I didn't get an eel or a northern pike. Northern pike should be a simple fish to find at that place. Oh man, I had hiccups. But no, didn't get one. So again, I'm going to cast hard left, trying to go for that deep blue spot. And in a minute, I'm going to whip out my bobber rod. I was busy yapping. Okay, so now here we go. Got the bobber rod. I'm always going to cast that bugger upstream because it's a river and there's a current and it will continue to flow downstream. In the meantime, I'll catch something else. But, with a 4/0 hook and a shiner that's pretty generic, it should be able to catch anything. I'm probably running full depth with just 8 feet. So, yeah, I got 340 out of 400, 343 pounds of fish right now, and 440-pound net. Man, I don't know if I can get 100 pounds of fish in the next couple of minutes because this stream has gone for an hour, and it's not a very exciting game. I'm glad or hope if you stuck around and listened, you were listening at 2 speed or 1.5 speed. There's a gear icon at the bottom of the video player. You can listen to this or watch the stream in fast motion. So I talk really fast already because I'm from Chicago. But if you play it at 2x, it's kind of comical, but you burn through, you can watch an hour-long video in half an hour. And you're probably going to be on Imgur or reading email or, cooking dinner anyway. Because I have a PC in the kitchen, which that's totally normal, right? Well, it's not really a PC. It's my phone or my iPad or my Android pad. I have one of both. So, watch a lot of YouTube. Don't have cable TV at all. So I think I'm pretty much past. No, I'm not. Man, if I pulled this line in, I am approaching total peak for a clear night. If you notice, I'm going to move my mouse. If you notice up here, it's 3:44 a.m. on my first of 3 days that I purchased as travel and licenses for this lake, this fishing expedition. My guide is a 3-day guide trip. 62 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a full moon and a clear night. You can see that full moon right up there. The barometric pressure is pretty low. Water temp is 62. Very slow wind, which is great. Like I said, I got 343 pounds of fish in a 440-pound keeper net. Maximum size fish I can keep is 110 pounds, but there's only one fish here that's bigger than 110 pounds, I think, and that is the beluga sturgeon. You're not allowed to catch them. They're protected. They're not an endangered species. I think they just want to collect the frickin' fish eggs, beluga caviar. So, yeah. Anyway, I just got blessed by the dragonfly. He landed on my rod and then flew away, so that means I should be getting a fish soon, if you believe superstition. Let's see, I had a 120 pound and 116 pounds. That's 236. I got 236. Whoa, fish on. Ah, ah, I was busy yapping. Son of a bitch. Yeah, man, he was banging it hard. Wonder what that was. Gonna have to recast. I'm afraid that the bait is gone. Yeah, I'm 50% to level 50. Now, did you see that? I saw that. Something dinged my bobber. Yeah, there it is. Thinking that's that same fish that I just missed. Yep, yep, yep. I'm going to tell myself that all night long. Now, this is my lightest rod, the bobber rod. So, whatever's on it, well, I'll keep it. And you know what? It's not too far south or downstream of the sturgeon. So, oh, and there's that dorsal fin. It might be a small sturgeon. No, it's an asp. Yeah, trophy asp. Nice. ASP. Oh, it's bigger than my last one. So this is a 15. My last one was a 13. Oh, 4 a.m. Well, crap. I'm only at 360 pounds. I got an hour to go. Unless these last 3 rods light up, I'm a loser, baby. Because these last 3 rods, like I said, I was casting hard left to get in the deep blue. Apparently, nobody lives that far downstream. You'd think that all that shit, that they would live that far down, as all the river product comes downstream, it would gather at the bottom of the deep spot, and it would just be a feasting area for the bottom feeders like cats and carp and sturgeon, right? I don't know how many carp are here, but there are carp here. Yeah, and there's all kinds of weird ass species here. It's kind of a little too late to start yanking them in and casting north. God, you know what? I'm tempted. I'm tempted. All right. If there it is, fish on. When I get this guy reeled in, I'm gonna grab something else and cast way north, something with a really heavy bobber. I'm sorry, really heavy weight, so that I can chuck it upstream to the spot where I have caught them before. Because this game is very clock driven. It's 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. is the cutoff. So in the last 15 or 10 or 15 minutes of your fishing day, which ends at 5 a.m., it's 5 a.m. to 5 a.m., then you see a huge uptick. Oh, god damn, it's a uni. Another uni. My last one was 23. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, so I'm going to go and I'm going to look and, excuse me, that one right there, I think. Yep, this one right here is the sturgeon. So I'm going to go for one last sturgeon. I'm going to grab rod number 6. Chuck it upstream at the sturgeon marker. So, this kind of goes back to, you can see some of the chat going on with a couple of my buddies I've fished with them on a multitude of lakes in the past. Like, not like Brad and Noah and a couple other guys that I see daily. But I see them in Michigan. I see that, we just keep crossing paths, and super cool people. And that's the biggest, baddest deal about this game, is that you meet the nicest people. Man, I swear I marked a 120-pound frickin' sturgeon. Oh, beluga, 120, and this is it says beluga, 116. Okay, well, as close as I can get to it. Fuck, a little short. Okay, I'm gonna let out some slack. At 4:15, man, I'm tempted to change my other loadouts. Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because I can cast further with these other rigs. So this goes in slot 2. Gonna look at this. Look at slot 1 is a 19.5 pound. And slot 5 is slot 5 is my heavier rod. Alright, so I'm gonna go with slot 5. Pull that bugger in. I'm gonna change for what do they call it? The beluga sturgeon. Come on. Yeah, I know, I'm spazzing. I want to get this in. I want to get what is it? A 6.0 large cut. A 6/0 large cut. Come on. 6/0. I've already got the 6/0, so I just need to change for large cut. Holy crap, this rod casts far. I might as well cast the next sturgeon marker, man. So let's go to bait. Let's go to large cut bait. Put that on. Bam. Oi, oi. How far up do I gotta go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Okay, that's the 100. That's a long frickin' way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know which one of those it is. If it's, well, I can't reach them anyway, so I guess it doesn't frickin' matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wells cat, and then the sturgeon. And that's too far away, so let's go for this one. Double my odds with 2 rods. Bam! Totally missed. Yeah, I was looking at chat instead of looking at where I was casting. All right, so 4:26 in the morning, we're getting really down to the end of the day, and now the game developers decided that, hey, let's just pile on. They're going to give me a fish on every frickin' rod at this time of day, which is kind of great, but also really hard to juggle. It's like I could have enjoyed that during the down times. So I'm trying to position my rod where you can see that I got a yellow light, a blue light, and then the rod on the far right is a red light. So, oh man, bait. Ah, 5 and 6 both were stolen? Are you kidding me? Dude, that's just shitty. Okay, so let's change. Here's rod. I don't know what rod this is. Ah. It said rod 5 and 6 bait was stolen. So now that I got it in, I'm going to look at that. That was 6. Then next I'm going to go for 5. And 5 is the, well, it's a black rod versus the cork handle rod. All right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Gotta get this out there, man. Somebody's stealing my bait. Okay, so, shit. Okay, bobber rod's in the middle. Cork handle's on the right. And so, rod 1 is apparently the, yep, the rod they stole my bait from. Which is a 6/0 large cut for beluga. Blam! Duh. We got some cool people here. When the fishing is slow, the chat is busy. Yeah, that's my rod stand beeping that there's activity and tension on a particular line. I got two going on at the same time. I told you it's gonna rock and roll until 5 a.m. Man, the last half hour before your day ends is usually pretty awesome. If you're on a peak, if it's the dead zone, then it's the dead zone. So it is what it is. And let's get rod one. Come on. God. Man, another asp. Well, there's a whole lot of fish here. Woo, a trophy asp. Nice. Gonna huck it out there again. Gotta. Okay, number 6. All right, man. We're going into the last 10 minutes of a day. 4:47 a.m. Day ends at 5 a.m. and then I got to repurchase. Well, I paid in advance for a 3-day pass here, so I paid 3 days of travel, accommodations, lodging, blah blah blah. They charge you money for shit like that. It's a simulation game. You can see across the river there's like a farm or a summer camp. That's where people actually can kind of like your video game characters go to sleep apparently at the local hotel. All right. Yeah. No worries, Kerplunk. We all got fish skin, thick skin. All right, looks like I got a fish on pole position 1. I don't want to lose that. I'm going to jump over to it, set the hook, pull to the side, and then start reeling. All right, man, he's 150 feet out. Oh, man. He's a jumper, and he's on a light rod. It's probably a Xander or something. Oh, but look at that shaky line. That's usually a big fish on a light rod. Make that line quiver. Oh, God, I just hate to leave, my rod number 1 unattended for so long. I'm not going to let this guy go, though. I think it might be a unique. It's the time of day for uniques. Ugh. Yep, a unique asp, but same damn frickin' species. Oh, and then bam. See, I lost that, but I did get a unique. So a unique is worth, more money than the other ones, and I can still chuck this puppy out there. Let's do it. And then quick. Let's grab the number 4 bobber. Anything I can get in the water goes on like the day, like it's still 4:58 a.m. So these catches all go into this particular account or day. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, holy cow, we're rolling on to hour and a half of this stream. It's 5 a.m. I'll bring in these 3 lines, and I don't know what he means by "you make me curious." How I can catch 4 uniques in a in one session, and actually it's a second half of a day. This morning I already caught several uniques. I'll show you my net before I leave. But yeah, okay, I'm pretty close to filling my net. I'm 421 and 440. Um, Anything I pull in goes towards, yesterday's catch basically. So I should fill my 440-pound net if I catch a 20-pound fish on any of these 4 rods that are currently out. Yeah, I was going to make a joke that would be politically incorrect, so I think I'll just not. Although I'm wicked politically incorrect, it's just like, okay. People from foreign countries don't have the same sense of political correctness as we do. All right, 8 balls for everyone. That's a pretty good trophy. Let's see, Wells Cat. I think I got a trophy Wells Cat on this session, the second half of my second day, and I got a bunch of other fish to record here. So, man, see, it rolled over to 5 o'clock, and my fishing just went flat and dead, which really sucks because I wanted 15 or 20 pounds of fish to fill my net, man. See what I mean? Just stupid chat conversation. We talk about anything. Waiting for that last 20 pounds of fish after the day is done. Oh man, this thing's moving fast. Yeah, it's gonna be a small ass fish. Something like, probably something like an asp. Well, I guess asp like a number four and a shiner. So it's time for me to put them away because I've caught enough asp to, I mean, there's 25 species here and I've only got one, two, three. Holy shit, I've only got three species. Now I have commons, trophies, and uniques in those species, but bam, there we go. Another frickin', it's 15. Wow, I already got a 15.6 trophy asp. So, well, that was my day. $36,000 because I have a premium account. If I wasn't paying for premium, I would get less XP and I would get less cash for the fish. However, 13 versus 9,000 XP points is pretty good. I'm cool with that. Now that my thing's in, yeah, I'm pushed past middle. I'm past 50% of my way toward the next level. So if you click that, it gives you your profile overview, and it's like it's gonna blow your mind. I've been playing since January of 2018. Spent 260 days in game, and here's my experience needed to get to the next level. I'm currently at 87,000 XP now, but I need 92 for hitting level 50. So I have a lot of XP points to go. I've caught 14,000 fish in this stupid game. 10,000 of common. Oh my god, I caught 10,000 fish. 3,000 trophies and only 265. Really? It seems like I have a shit ton more fucking uniques than that. But here they are. Here's a beluga, 120 pounder. That's one of my biggest. And then the trophy alligator gar, 106. And then an 89-pound catfish. Yabba dabba do all the way down the line to the little bitty baby Eurasian roofie at 0.194 and a chub. So, really cool, fun stuff in this game. I'm telling you. If you're a fisher person, you're gonna love it. If you're a hunter person, well, go try the Hunter Classic. It's free to play. Yeah, you can buy upgrades, like you can buy a scope, but you can also win a scope by killing enough deer without a scope that you're awarded a scope. So you can do it without, like I just showed you, regular and premium and stuff like that. But all right, so oh no, I'm building another net. I didn't get to write down all the frickin' my records. Like I know that I hit a trophy Wells cat on that last one. Shit. Oh well. Oh man, I had a trophy Wells cat. I swear to God. Hey, I can watch my stream. I'll watch the video and I'll be able to record my my records as I go. Like I had multiple, unique asp, but I don't think I beat 23 pounds. That was my biggest, etc., etc. So pretty funny. All right, I'm gonna gather my gear and go. I was gonna show you, here's my fish keeper net, and before it rolled over at 5 a.m. and then cashed me out, paid me my money for my basket. I was going to record. Oh, this time I caught a 116-pound sturgeon and all this crap because I have a spreadsheet in front of me. But oh well. Beluga. It says common. Oh, because you can't keep anything. I didn't even write that down. I got a 120 pounder and a 116 pounder. So, man, I missed a lot. I'm going to have to go back and watch this stream. All right, dudes. Hope you enjoyed your first introduction to Fishing Planet, and we'll catch you on the flip flop.